Hey there, Wade. Bear with me. I'm still setting this up because I don't do many lives. But I got a new tool in that I got to try, so I figured I'd share it when I try it for the first time. Okay. I think I got it. All right. Hang on a sec. Just got to switch something. Be right back. Hello, John up north. What's going on? What is going on, everyone? So I decided to hop on here and just kind of do a random live, and let me know if you guys can hear me all right. Hopefully you can. I think I got it set up. What's up, Vito? So I got a new tool in, and as you can see in my chuck here, I got a chunk of cherry sitting in here. What's up, Robert? Pine and Oaks, welcome. So I've got this chunk of cherry in here, and some of you may know, but I'm kind of getting into the realm of looking at turning rings. Just for fun. It's something a little bit different. I'm going to be getting a pen mandrel and everything soon too. But I just had some tools come in today, and I swear I was like a kid at Christmas time, waiting for these things. And so I figured that I'll hop on here, and first time trying them, that I'd share it with you also. That way you can see what it is. So I'm going to take this chunk of cherry, and this is going to kind of be like a practice thing. I don't even know how this is going to come out yet. And probably a shorter live. It won't be too much of a long one. But I'm going to use my tailstock here and put a hole in the middle of this thing. And then I posted a short on this, but I got this earlier this week, a boring head, which is amazing as far as precision on this goes. I don't know if you might be able to see it on here, but this is accurate to 0.01 millimeters. So it actually, when it's in the tailstock, it'll adjust side to side. And it's got these cutter heads here with the carbide on one side. And so in making these rings, I'm going to be drilling a hole in the center of it first and then boring it to a more precise diameter with this boring tool. So I'm going to do those first. And then the other thing that I got to show you, this is the other toy that came in today, which I was very excited about. And I'm not sponsored by these guys or anything at all, is this here. So this is an artisan ring mandrel is what they call it. I guess kind of similar in nature to some of the pen kits. So you put a couple of bushings on here and essentially squish the ring in between. And this will actually thread right onto the lathe here as well. So that's what I'm going to be trying out. I haven't used it yet for the most part. I've been trying these with a homemade wood mandrel, and it doesn't always work the best. But figured I'd give it a try anyways. So I'm going to start this thing up, and we're going to get a hole drilled through here. And I'm going to be going all the way through, but I got to be careful because I got that chuck in behind. So hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. I'm just going to put this on and get the center of this thing drilled out. I'm just going nice and slow with this one. All right, let's see if I got all the way through. Got to go a little further. There we go. All right. So I got that part done. And so I'm going to take this chuck out. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to throw this boring head in because this thing is freaking cool. So we're going to throw this in here in the tailstock, and we're going to use it to bore a bit of a hole so you guys can see kind of how this works. Comes with all these Allen keys that you got to use to tighten the thing in here. So it's a bit of a pain, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. So the cool part about the bigger one here is, so when I've got this, set up, I've got the micro adjustment here up top. So as I'm going, if I need to make it bigger, then I can actually turn this and it will actually raise this part up. And it's really, really cool how it works. So I drilled a hole in the center just to make it easier for the boring. Okay, but let's see how this works. Man, it cuts like butter. Then I'll show you guys here. I'm not actually making this to any specific size. But if I do this counterclockwise, I'm going to put there. You can see that it's actually sticking up here now. So then I can go ahead and make the hole bigger. All right. That's not bad, actually. So don't judge me on the perfection of this one, because this one is not going to be perfect. This is literally the test. Right, Rob? That's what I thought too. I actually found this this boring head, and it comes with this entire kit. And it cost me 60 bucks on Amazon, which I was blown away at the fact that I could get that for 60 bucks. Right? What's up, Plywood? Hey, Mike. What's going on, guys? So, not bad. Did the whole pretty good. It's nice and circular anyways. So now I'm going to get this chuck off of here, and I'm going to go ahead and put this other mandrel on, because why not? I haven't tried it yet. So let's see how this thing does. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. That's awesome. So for this one, it's a pretty small size, and this thing comes with 3 size bushings. So it comes with small, medium, and large. So because this one's pretty small, I'm going to try see if the small bushings are going to be the best ones. Well, it looks like small's the winner. With this size hole, it is definitely not fitting on anyone's finger. So let's see how that does. All right, so I'll put my end piece back in the tailstock. So it's not exactly the perfect one for here, but I'm going to put it back in anyways, just to help keep it stable. Sweet. All right. So I'm leaving this one square because I want to see how well this actually holds up on this mandrel. I don't want to take pliers to it if I can avoid it in order to tighten it. And so what I'm going to use for this, I got some other tools in today too. Like I said, it was literally Christmas time, and these were actually sent out to me to try, which is really cool. You guys have probably seen them before, but this is the first set of carbide tools that I've ever had, and I'm going to do a video on these coming up. But I just got them, so I gotta give these things a try first. And it comes with the 3 different heads. This flat one here, this is what I'm probably going to use primarily, I think, to start. And then I've got a detailing one, and that is the one that I need for trying to do rings. So we're going to kind of, let's see how this goes. Let's see how it actually spins on this mandrel. Right? Mike, use the round, not the square, really, eh? So I've watched a lot of videos online, and they all use the square. Now, that being said, they're probably not starting with a block this big. Not that I've seen. So maybe I'll switch it over and try that one. Rob, the brand, I have no idea because there is no brand. So Hang on, I'm going to switch this up. So this is just one. It just came in from someone from a channel sponsor there, and I will let you guys know who that one is soon. So I'm going to put the round one on here, and tighten this thing up real good, and let's see how this does. So these, Rob, these aren't bad. If you go on their website, they're actually listed for about $90. So I'll give you guys a lead in. It's from what is it called? Banggood is who sent me these things. So I'm gonna do a little turning thing video on them a little bit later, and probably push that out in September. For the price point, man, these things I'm impressed. I mean, they're aluminum handles, but these are solid. So I think they're going to do pretty good. So let's give this a try, and let's see how it does. So I think I'm going to move my tool rest down a little bit. I might actually have to tighten this mandrel up. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a snug. One sec. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's probably the same one as Hong Dewey. I mean, the Banggood actually sells the Hong Dewey stuff too. Right? So, all right, give this a go. That's better. Yep, speed's going up, Mike. Okay, first impression. Wow, what a difference with carbide over traditional. I still love the traditional tools, I really do, and I'm going to be sticking with them. But these are going to be good for so many things. Damn. Let's forget how thick these ones are. I got to drop this down a bit. Not catching the edge. Oh, that's fair. Good point, Mike. Wow. These are just chewing it. This is awesome. So the only thing I got to watch with this is to get the ring thick enough. It's coming real close to those bushings. So I'm actually going to switch over to the detail carbide one here in a minute to trim these up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna switch this thing up. So that's like the cool part about this. Like you can switch out the heads. It's a little bit of a pain because I can't just put down one tool and grab another. So, but I am not gonna complain. I mean, they're easy enough. It's just 2 Allen keys. So more than easy enough to do. Yeah, Mike. So that's what I'm going for is about an 1/8, if I can do it. I'm gonna say I'm probably 3/16 of an inch right now. So I'm almost there, but I'm gonna take the detailer here and actually try to just cut it down a little bit because it's not exactly straight on the edges. So I'm just gonna shave some of the edges down and go from there. We'll see how this does. I am thoroughly impressed with how that did. Awesome. Okay, do the other side now. Trying to make this a little bit thinner at the same time, then I'm going to have to readjust the bushing. Almost there. All right, now I got to readjust the bushing. So I did notice that this did loosen up a little bit. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that thing as far as being tight. All right. We'll give this another little bit of a whirl. So learning opportunity for me. The hole is actually not exactly center anymore, so it actually must have been off on here. So I don't think the bushings were actually pushed in enough. So Mike, I don't think these aren't set up for actual ring sizes. So if you look at this, it's a tapered bushing, right? So depending on the ring size, each bushing is going to accommodate like a certain number of the sizes. And so what they said about this is that it's designed for comfort rings. So those are the rings that you put on that they're not completely straight on the inside. They're actually kind of curved a little bit. And that's what these will actually push into the curve part of it. So no, they're not specific to a ring size. But yeah, still pretty cool. Still pretty cool nonetheless. So bear with me. I've got to cut. I'm going to cut a chunk of this off because there's a chunk that didn't come off because it was a little bit uneven. So I'm going to cut this off with a handsaw really quick and then put this thing back on here. And then I'm going to spin it completely even. So give me 1 second here just to chop this off. Just going to use a handsaw. There we go. Nice and easy. All right. Okay, I think I got it there. So let's see. So just bear in mind, this is my first time ever using this thing. I'm still at beginner stage. But we shall see how this does. If you're not experimenting a little bit, then is it really that much fun, right? All right, let's make sure we're good. You see the wobble in it. So, turn that off, and I'm gonna switch this head out. Again, this is the pain, but I'm gonna switch the head out and try and get rid of some of that wobble. Thanks, Mike. I just made you a moderator too. All right. Let's see how this does. Nope. I used the square blade. It did not like that one. So, lesson learned. So, that means that we need to start again. And I'll put my mic over here for a sec because I'm going to cut a piece of wood. I don't want to make you all go deaf. How many of all of you have to manage extension cords and plug things in when you need them? Yeah, you told me, Mike. You were 100% right about that one. So I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to put this back on, and we're going to bore another hole. But for this one, we're going to use a chunk of walnut that just happened to have. Don't know about this one. Let's see if we can make this one work. See, this is why I hate the stick chucks. It takes 2 hands to tighten the damn things. That should be good. We're only doing a hole in the center. Before anyone says it, yes, I know there's big spacing here in between. And I'm okay with that. I'm only boring a hole in the center, and then it's coming off this chuck. So anyways, we are going to get this chuck put back in, and we're going to bore another hole. All right. I don't think it's going to kill me. So we're good. All right. Let's get this hole done. All right. Now we're going to switch it out, and we're going to put the boring chuck back in again, because it's freaking cool. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked them out yet, I know Mike put it there, but definitely go check out Find By Tool. That company is amazing, man. Their customer service is top notch, and I put the helical head on my my DeWalt planer, and that thing is bloody phenomenal as far as what it does. Definitely worth the money. You're not going to find a cheaper one. So I highly recommend that you check them out. So I'm going to make this hole bigger, but I'm going to use the same boring bit, and then I'm going to be putting the Allen key in the top here to do the micro adjustment, and so you'll see it gradually shift to the side, and then the hole will get bigger as a result, just so you guys can see how it works. Oh, Mike, the chuck package. Yeah, I'll work on it. All right, that's going to be coming, because I need a new chuck on this machine, big time. Anyways, let's get this one done. So now I'm going to back it out, and then I'm going to turn it in reverse to lift it up and put it back in. And we're going to make it even bigger, so let's stretch it even more to the side. I'm hopeful, Mike. We'll see how it goes. All right. Let's see how this did. Not too bad. That's a much better hole. All right. Let's get this off, and we'll put it back on the ring mandrel. Horrible chuck. What's going on, Pino? How are you? So I think what I'm going to do, normally when these are on here, after I bore the hole out, at that point, I think that's when I'm going to sand the center of this. And then to help stop it from splitting and whatnot, I'm also going to put maybe 1 or 2 layers of CA on the inside just to hold it together. And the CA glue is probably the finish that I'll put on the outside of these things. That's what I'm thinking anyway. But we'll see how it goes. What's going on, Chase? Just testing out the new ring mandrel that just came in today. See how this bad boy does. I already split 1 piece of wood. So might have to switch to a medium bushing. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we're going to switch to medium bushings. These ones here, they're just like a little bit too close, especially when I put a little bit of pressure on it. So I'll switch those out to the medium ones here, because the mediums, they're going to sit in there and still leave a little bit of a gap, or in theory anyway. Okay. It seems to want to fit right. Just a little bit of a tighten. I think that's a brass fitting. So I don't want to screw it up too much. All right. Okay. Now I got to switch out the tool again, and I'm not touching that the flat one, because that one clearly does not work for this purpose. This wood is just way too fine. So we're going to put our round guy back on. Did I make my ring blanks? That's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually just doing, so I don't have any, like if you're talking about the metal ring blanks that go on the inside, I'm not actually doing that. I'm doing this thing solid wood inside to outside. I'm just trying it out because I haven't actually turned rings very much, but we're going to give it a shot. And I just want to see how it does. Really, I'm just playing around with this mandrel right now. So appreciate y'all stopping in though. That's awesome. So we're set up pretty good there. All right. Let's give this a shot. Well, she's still nice and tight. And I will say these carbide tools, man, they remove material fast. And drop this down a little bit more. Not used to the thickness of these tools yet compared to mine. Nope. little bit too much. So it's actually really cool still. So I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to have to do the CA on the inside first to kind of help hold it together. Mike, probably way too much of a deep cut. First time, literally on this stream is the first time I have ever used a carbide tool. I mean, I'm used to like your old school traditionals. I've got a bunch of Sorbies, and then I've got some old Marples traditional. And then I've even got these things, which I may actually go to. I think these were just, these may have been an Amazon brand. I picked up some Sorby traditional tools, and he asked me if I want those. So I was like, absolutely, I'll have those things for sure. So, John, could have been the, I don't even know where I put that damn thing now. Could have been the grain direction too. So I mean, that's the side of the ring. It's probably hard to see. I don't think it was actually the direction of it. I think it's like Mike said, that I was actually trying to take too much off all at once. I'm pretty sure that's probably what it was. So who knows? Well, that doesn't mean we can't try it again. So maybe we try it again. I'm down for that. You guys down for that? Oh, plug your ears. Surprise! Another piece of walnut. Try a thicker blank. So I can. This is about 5/16 of an inch thick, and I'm trying to do it a little bit more narrow because oh damn it, that's not even going to fit in there. Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. I'm trying to do it a little bit more narrow because that's what a lot of the rings are going to be, right? Not everybody wants thick ones, guys, maybe, but not everybody's going to want super thick ones. So I wanted to see with this how thin I could actually get it. So, but definitely an idea for sure. Something I may try. Who knows? What's 12:30? Is it 12:30 your time, Mike? Oh, you're saying start thicker and turn it down. Yeah, I could do that too. And I actually might do that. So I've got an entire scrap bin sitting right here. And I've got some nice stuff. So I believe this is a great big long chunk of maple. I've got a ton of cherry offcuts because that's what I have a ton of in my shop. I even have a bowling alley lane back there that I haven't touched yet. I'm actually really excited to use it. I just don't know what to use it for yet. So we'll have to see. On the grain line, do edge your face. Yeah, I could do that. So I'll show you what I'm cutting from, John. So that's what I'm cutting from. So I'm just literally cutting chunks off the end. This is just a thin piece of walnut that I had laying around. So I'm gonna be doing some other stuff. And actually, let me show you guys something really quick. Because this weekend I went to a wood distributor about 40 minutes away from me, and I got a super cool piece of walnut. Hang on. It's an 8/4 thick piece of walnut, and look at that. Like the it's man, the camera doesn't even do it justice. But look at the grain in that. So the downfall, yeah, I might actually, Mike. I'm not doing it yet because I haven't exactly decided what I'm going to use this for. But um, talking to my wife, she knows the epoxy resin stuff. That's not something that I normally do. So she is going to fill this with epoxy resin, and then I'll do something with it. Or I don't know, maybe I'll use it for turning blanks. But guy gave me this for $10, and this is 8/4 and probably 16 inches long, right? Like for $10 for a piece of wood like this, he was calling it scrap. John, that would be the smallest river table ever. This thing's only about 7.5 inches wide. I mean, that could make it an end table river top, I guess. But I don't know. I've never been huge into epoxy, but we shall see how it goes. I'm going to be spending some time gradually perfecting this ring thing, and then I'm going to be doing some other stuff. I've got a bunch of 1mm brass rod inlay that I want to put into some of these rings, and I also want to give crushed opal a try. I think that'd be really cool. It's a lot of pen blank. Oh, there's so many pen blanks in that. Now I was really disappointed. So this company ringsupplies.com is where I got this Mandrel from. They're actually only 5 hours away from me. It's cool. The tool's absolutely amazing. They had mentioned put in an order, and I'll throw some free stuff in. And so I put in the order, and let me see if I can find it here. He did include something free. But it's the most ridiculous thing in the world. It's basically a zip tie that you use for sizing rings. So you just take this and wrap it around your finger, and then you look on the top and it tells you your size. That was the free thing. So I was like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but who knows? Anyways, let's get this one done up and see if I can have it not explode. All right, we're going to go right back to the boring head. But we got to reset it. Better than buy a whole set of ring sizes. So I did buy for $8. I bought one of those loops with all the different ring sizes in it, just so if anybody wanted to buy a ring, I could actually fit them to it. It was I think it was $8 on Amazon. It's actually pretty cheap. So for making the rings, I'll just measure the millimeters on the inside of those things and then do the exact same thing here using the boring head. So we'll see. Yeah, sizers or whatever there. There's also the rod that you can get to push them on and see where it stops, and that's the ring size, but I didn't think I needed that. In any case, let's get this thing drilled out. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It really was pretty cheap. So definitely worth getting. Makes it easy, right? Almost there. I'm going to go a little bit bigger on this one. Yeah, if it doesn't explode. So we'll have to see about it fitting me. Actually, I got to go a little bit bigger. So I don't know how much more I can take this boring head. I think it's pretty much tapped out. But that's fine because we can put in a bigger bit. Well, let's do that. I'm going to see if I can get this one to fit me. There we go. Hefty. Based on what I was doing, I'm going to agree with you. Yeah, you need speed for the carbide. It works pretty good. All right. So I got to back that out a bit. I don't know. With this boring head, I just love the precision. No, that works. We're going to go with that. Because that almost fits. So, while I've got it here, oh man, I need a new helmet. This thing's horrible. While I got it here, I'm actually gonna sand. I'm gonna sand it, and I think I'm gonna throw some CA glue on the inside, just to help hold it. Because if it works, then that's what I'm gonna do going forward. So we'll see how she does. Just had a last minute thought for this. I'll wrap some of this sandpaper around a pencil. Oh, I'm not sticking my finger in there. Don't worry. I would really rather not twist my finger off. And then, I don't know if you guys have any, but I love these sanding sponges, and I've got them on really fine grits. So I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of this in there. There we go. Oh, she's nice and smooth. This is going to be a bit of a pain, I think. But let's see. So this is how I'm planning to do the finishes. I'm just have to let it dry. But she looks nice and shiny now. So let's see how this does. Hey.
Our daughter is messaging you. I don't know. You'll have to edit it. It's
all right. So, huh?
I said you're gonna have to edit.
No, I'm live.
Oh.
my wife just came in with a message for me. Okay. Now, oh, beauty. She's all dry and everything. Yeah, she didn't know I was actually, it needs some more. She didn't actually know that I was doing a live. She thought I was just recording a video. So she did not realize that. But now she does. She was just trying to tell me that my daughter needed me because she needed money. Gotta love 16-year-olds. All right. That's at least a couple of coats. I don't want to give it too much because I'm afraid if I give it too much, it's going to make the size too small. So you're good, Mike. It's a good influence. Don't worry. I'm totally cool with this. Plus, I've been saying all week that as soon as this Mandrel came in, that I was going out to the shop. So I'm good with it. Nope. Not yet. All right, I gotta let that spin and dry a little bit longer before I take it off of there. So, what you guys been up to? Guys got anything going on in the shop or whatnot? I think we're almost dry. Almost. Man, I love variable speed. Oh yeah, Mike, I saw that. Man, don't feel bad about that. Everybody's shop's a little bit dirty. Like mine's a little bit dirty right now. It's not too bad because I've had to spend a bunch of time cleaning it up. But when I had to redo stuff in here and whatnot, I had stuff everywhere. I literally couldn't walk on the floor. So shops get dirty, man. That is no big deal. Okay, it needs a little bit more. So I have no idea. This is just what kind of CA this is. It's a really odd one. One of the lives the other night, I think it was on Mike, the Whack and Shacks live. Somebody was talking about like medium CA or light CA or whatever it is. Maybe fast CA was it, in which case that's what this is. So. And Mike, if your shop is dirty, that just means you've been busy in there or you've been doing stuff in there. All right. Or it just means that you need more time in there. That's all. That is something you definitely got to do to get back out there and then start your channel up. So that way we can all come hang out on your channel. All right. So that's good. I'm just going to sand the inside of this a little bit. Medium and thin. Yeah, the bottle of CA that I have doesn't say medium or thin. So I have absolutely no idea what it is. All right. Enough messing around. We're going to get this thing off of here. And let's see if we can get this one to stay in one piece. Hopefully that CA glue. Hopefully that CA glue on the inside helped out a little bit. All right. So this is bigger. Holy crap. I think I actually, man, apparently I have big fingers. I think I need the large bushings. Funny, on their site for this this rig, they only offer 3 sizes. So I guess sizes to fit everyone. Yeah, that's close. We're gonna try it with the mediums, because why not? So I haven't actually been able to find Starbond here. It's just been this a Fix brand, but purchasing CA glue here honestly is ridiculous. So as some of you know, hey Brandon, as some of you know, so I'm in Canada here, and Canada puts ridiculous rules in place for different things. And one of them is that, you know what? I don't know if I like how that's fitting. One of them is that you cannot buy CA glue unless you have a registered business, because of the dangers associated with CA glue as far as, you know, a child gluing their fingers together. It's a bit, honestly, ridiculous in my opinion, but I think it's overkill. Yeah, we're going to have to go large on this. Bear with me, guys, because I'm still learning this thing. So after this, or probably at the same time as this, I'm going to be trying some pens too. CA and pews. Yep, CA and pews. Only certain kinds of pews, though. Other pews are okay. It's kind of ridiculous. But we do not need to be getting into politics. That's a whole other ballgame. All right. I hope I've got it set in here evenly. I hope. So we're going to see. We're going to see how this will do. Ooh, she wobbly. But seems to be seated pretty good. So, okay. So I'm going to use the round. I'm going to use the round carbide again. And if any of you want to go check these things out, go. Oh, that's a little loose. Go check them out on Bang Good. That's where these ones came from. And these things feel solid. And it didn't come loose. It was just me. Okay. Yeah, I'll go higher speed, Mike. Let's give that one a try. Why not? Okay. Let's do this. Go up to about 1,500 RPM. max the lathe out. This thing goes up to like 3,600 RPM. You don't think that's a little bit fast? I don't know. I've never taken it up to Mach hell before. Hey, Bad Dragon, no, I'm spinning walnut. There, I got it up to 2,000 RPM. I'm just taking very shallow bites off. I'm hoping that CA glue I put on the inside of this thing is going to help hold it together. Ooh, she curly. Yeah, Brandon, they actually do have some pretty decent stuff. I've actually been pretty impressed, and I'm just trying this thing out from them, but it's actually not bad. All right. All right, Mike. I'll get the speed up more. Almost right at the top now. All right, now she's maxed out. You bowls at 2,000? My God. All right, so I got to see how thin this is now. Let's see how thin I've got it. I think that CA has definitely helped. Check that out so far. That's not bad. I'm actually nice. I'm gonna go thinner, but I just wanted to see how it was progressing. So I'm gonna take it down to probably about the thickness, or to match the diameter of that bushing almost. Hey, Kat. How's it going? Thanks. I am testing out all kinds of new tools today and blowing up blanks that I put on here. So it's been a great night. All right. I'm going to turn this down a little bit more. All right. I'm pretty much down at that height now. So I'm going to switch to the detailer. This is definitely some precision. Like, it is tiny. Still pretty cool, though. I might even see if, wherever I put it, I might even see if I can do this little brass inlay. So we'll see. Don't need to death grip it. I'm not actually death gripping it. I think I just naturally hold everything really tight. But yeah, I hear you. All right, gonna get the edges of this trimmed up. So one thing I have noticed about this, if I want to cut this straight here and straight here, because I've got these tapered bushings on the inside, I can't get the bit all the way in. So in order to cut it, like when I go to cut it, this is a kind of a jig that I made before that I put into the chuck. So I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm going to make another version of this just so that way I can slide it on just to cut it. So that way it's straight on the edges. So I'm going to see about, I'm going to put a little bit of a groove in the center of this. That is about 1 millimeter. And then I'm going to see if I can carve out, do this inlay. Got to go a little bit wider. Let's see how that does. Almost. A little bit more, but I don't want to go too much deeper. All right, let's see how this is. Almost a little bit more. Hang on. Yeah. Oh, you want to come in? Yeah, you can come in. Yeah, you can. All right. My son was knocking at the door. I think he wanted to come in. So I think we're at the point that I can put this in. So I'm going to put the brass inlay in. I'm going to use some CA glue to hold it. But before I do that, I'm going to have to put kind of a curve. So, yeah, Mike, 100% at this point. I can use the flat, and I'm likely going to be doing that when I put the brass inlay in. I'm hoping I can get this in there pretty good anyway. We shall see. All right. Can you get me the activator, buddy? Yeah, no, Mike. I know I can turn it down. Can you take the lid off for me? I know I can turn it down. That's why I chose to use brass, because I know it's soft enough. So I'm going to put a little bit of activator on this. There we go. Yep. Okay, hang on. That did not hold. So I got to, and I knew I was going to have to do this, but kind of pre-curve it a little. I don't have anything to do it exact, so I'm probably going to pull out and wrap it around a socket. So I'm going to grab a socket out of here, and we'll see how that works. So I've actually got a whole package of like 50 of these brass rods. So just because that's how they came. Two screwdrivers on the vise, and use them as a mandrel. Oh, yeah. But sure. My son's coming in here. He wants to have a look at this thing. So have a look. See?
Oh, wow.
And this is going to go in the channel.
That's actually really nice.
Thanks.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, so the socket actually works really well. Just what did I take care? I don't know, 5/8 socket. I probably could have wrapped it around the mandrel and did the exact same thing, but all good. And then for this, I suspect I'm also going to need a file. Hi, Cat. Yes, he definitely has my back. My son's actually, he's been out here in the shop a lot lately, like even when I've been at work. He's been out here building stuff. Showed him how to use the coping saw and whatnot, and he's been spending quite a bit of time out of here since. Yeah, the guitar, I said that. All right, I got a little bit of CA here in the channel, so I just got to scrape it off real quick. All right, there we go. We are nice and clean. So let's give this another try. I don't know. I made it. This one fits me. So I'm only putting a little bit of a CA just at the beginning for now. Owen, can you grab me a flathead screwdriver, buddy? And so I'm just putting it there for now. And I'm going to let it dry up there and then fill the channel with CA. So Mike, I don't know if I have that, but I can actually see that it already seems to be in the channel. Did you find one? Perfect.
Small, but
That works. All right.
glad it works.
Got me a little screwdriver here. Oh yeah, we're pressed in. We're pressed in. So,
Having a good time on this game?
yeah, 100%. All right. I'm going to grab the best and smallest hammer you have ever seen. This is a hammer. It's actually made by Veritas. It was, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, this hammer was actually one of the on one of the sales that they had. If you've ever checked out Veritas tools, they always have like these second sales. So pretty some pretty cool stuff on there. So that was a hammer they actually came out with like 20 years ago, and then it got discontinued. But then they brought it back. Hey, buddy, wanna go grab me side cutters? Yep. I can't bring them over here. Bring it over here. Yep.
Oh,
Those are side cutters. Very good.
Oh, those are wire cutters.
No. Hey, come here for a sec. I can use another set of hands. Sorry, guys. This is like a real pain on this side, buddy. And I want you to hold that where it is. Don't let it spin.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll hold it as long as I can.
Hang on. I'm going to steady this. I think that's pretty close. Okay. You can let go. Where'd that little screwdriver go? So, did you see the little screwdriver? Pardon? Oh, I don't know where it went, but whatever. Perfect. Thank you. All right. A little bit more. This is probably going to be a little bit like unperfected. Because this is my first time doing it. I wasn't even going to use activator on this, but so if you guys have seen the Whacking Shack, check that Mike. Well, a lot of you know him. He got a really sweet hammer, little hammer sent to him from Hong Dewey. And really sweet. Like, it was awesome looking. So I'm actually kind of hoping to get that exact same thing. Because I reached out to Hung Dewey and because Mike did, and they're like, yeah, I saw your channel, cool. We'll support it and send you some stuff. And I'm just waiting to hear back from them. If I rolled it smaller than the ring, spring tension would help hold it. Yeah, I know, Bad Dragon. I did realize that after I rolled it around the 5/8, and I probably should have just gone to a smaller socket, but live and learn, right? So we'll see how this goes. I have a suspicion that it's going to want to catch part of this brass and peel it off. I don't know though, so we'll have to see. So I'm just trying to tap some of it in there, but there's only one way to find out, right? I mean, seems to be dry now, so I'm gonna turn this on. It does look pretty sweet though. So I'm just turning this on and let it dry a little bit. And then once it's dry a little bit, then I'll put the flat one on it. Yeah, I know, Mike. No pressure, right? The last two broke, and I really don't want that one to happen. Actually, you know what? I do have an idea for this one, and maybe this is going to help a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I've already put some CA on the outside. I'm actually going to coat the top in CA. Yeah, I showed them that piece of wood. So freaking nice. Yeah, I'm gonna coat the top of this with some CA. See if that'll help hold it together. Fingers crossed. Good Lord, this helmet is horrible. This one is going to be a limited time because I'm only going to have it for a limited time. All right, so hopefully that's going to be strong enough. Yeah, that I was actually nervous about that, Mike, but surprisingly enough, I'm looking around it and it doesn't look like I got any CA glue on the bushings, which is really nice. If I did, I'd just have to get it off with the carbide tools, I guess. So I'm going to switch the. I'm going to let this go a little bit. And then I'm going to switch the head on this thing. And I'm going to put that flat one on, as hesitant as I am to do it. And I'm going to take like the smallest bits off at a time ever. And let's see if I can do this one without breaking it.
Have you mentioned Mandrel?
Yeah, well, in other ones. All right. You're just about to start, suggest to start sanding. Bad Dragon, you're saying file it? At least before I do that. You know what? Maybe filing's not a bad idea. Hang on. Let me see if I can do that. Nope. At least, if anything, to help brass down. So, well, keep in mind, so the brass is not completely in there. It's sticking up a little bit, and so it's got to be flattened, right? Because it's brass rod. It's not flat. So that's why I was going to turn it a little bit, just enough to get the edge off. But I do like the idea of filing it down a little bit first. Hey, Kevin. So I think what I might try is put this thing on low speed and run the file over top. What do you think? I think I might try it. Almost. She's definitely getting shiny though, which is nice. We're getting there, Mike. I'm gonna put this down. I'm just gonna try this. I want to see what happens. I'm gonna go be very, very gentle. Now that worked a lot better, or works a lot better. So the brass is almost flush. Let's turn that speed up. Bad Dragon says, let's power file it. This is also taking off some of that excess CA glue. She's looking nice and shiny though. So I am liking that. So let's go a little faster. Who was it that said use a file because you're a genius? Nope, not yet. It's almost there. All right, so now if I can get this freaking mask to stay up. So I got a little bit of a gap in the brass that I don't like. So I'm gonna file that down just a little bit more. Almost there. Okay, that's coming off because we're not carving anymore. We're pretty damn close. And yeah, this is looking really, really good. So, and I'm going to do, I like what it did to the inside. I'm going to put a CA finish on the outside of this.
I'm wearing all the rings.
All right. That is getting smooth. Good. All right. What's going on, Ryan? This is the test run, buddy. And I just put a brass inlay into a walnut ring. But this is legit the test run. Let's see if I can bring you guys in closer. Hang on, so you can see this better. Hopefully you can see this a bit better now, but it's looking really, really nice. Hey, one, do me a favor. Grab me a toothpick. Perfect. I don't want to get CA glue on the screwdriver. So for this, I can't get the CA glue on the inside because the bushings are in the way. So I'm going to figure out something for this. But my son's going to grab me a toothpick. And I'm going to see if I can sneak some in that way. So we'll give that a minute. Q-tips. Q-tips would be great, but they won't fit into the grooves. And I'm trying the best I can not to get CA glue all over the bushings, right? I mean, it's going to happen, but I'll just take it off. So no big deal. Oh, sweet. You rock, dude. All right. Toothpicks. Let's see how this works.
I feel like it's gonna snap.
If it would stop dripping. No shit, it worked. Nice. So I'm still going to have to coat. I'm still going to have to coat the like the sides and whatnot when I take it out. But pretty freaking sweet though. Not yet. Almost. Well, I mean, it's working because I guess I got a little bit too much on there because it's like shooting it everywhere now. So I got to give that a bit of time to dry. So I'm going to let that spin and dry and whatnot. Let's see if I can move you guys a little bit. There we go. Yeah, Mike, that's actually not a bad idea. I might actually try that.
They're cleaner than miracles.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know how I feel about the CA finish. Sure.
Oh dear God, that is beautiful.
Thanks, buddy.
Hold on, can you stop something a second so I can see? Like that. Wait,
No. It needs to spin so it can dry.
fair point. It's golden.
So, probably mistake on my end. I think I put too much CA on it first, so it's not exactly the smoothest, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Activator, Mike? Sure. You know what? Why not? Let's do some activator.
What's that?
Yeah, see, I'm not a fan of activator for stuff like this because it leaves it white. That's why I don't normally do the activator, but I'm gonna smooth this out a little bit. This is like super fine sandpaper. I don't even know what grit it is.
Fine, my body's saying 3,000.
It could be. And this one's even more fine.
Up in the numbers by thousands. I don't know. I have no sandpaper. Well,
Okay, I'm gonna sand that down a little bit more. And I gotta do some more work on the CA stuff, so I'm gonna figure that out. But I'm probably I'm gonna use my go-to because I love my go-to finish. And that is tried and true. So just careful, that's still spinning. So I'm gonna put some of this stuff on it.
that's beautiful.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, there goes more to that ring.
This, buddy, this is only my test piece. Well, I don't know. Let's just see. Depends on how it turns out. I made it to size me. All right.
Can't you just make another ring?
Let's see how the oil does. Oh, yeah. That's better.
Just like looking at it, I can tell that looks like luxury. That is luxury jewelry.
That is much better. What's going on, Mike? Yeah, I'm still going. It's because I blew the first two blanks, and I had to keep it going. And I didn't even get to this point on the other ones. And then I decided, hell, I'm gonna throw a brass inlay into this one. So, all right. Gotta love how it sprays everywhere. Yeah, man, this is so much fun. I have been looking forward to this ring mandrel coming in all week, just so I could do this. And that's when I had a thought. It was like, well, why not go live? I never really go live that much. And thanks, buddy.
I love it.
Thanks. I want to go live more. But I wanted to see if I could perfect, or not perfect, but I want to see if I can get this better. So I'm going to give it one more little dab of this stuff. So this tried and true is it's oil and beeswax. So the beeswax solidifies, or linseed oil and beeswax, and it actually dries to a really, really nice finish.
Wow, let's see how it looks.
Sure. Have a look.
Man, that's beautiful.
Right. The nice part is like this stuff dries in pretty quick.
Okay, $2,000 foot rain.
Okay, so that's I lied. It's at 4,000 RPM now. That's full tilt. All right. And I need something to buff that. Something soft. Where's my cloths? Right here. Maybe. Nope. Don't like that one. No, there's nothing up there.
No, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right. I got a nice buffing cloth here, which I'm going to use a very small part of. I'm not going to lie. When that thing wound up, it sounded like a bloody plane was taking off. So she's pretty freaking shiny. I think we're good. And then I got to do the edges. And the CA glue is probably solidified to the bushing. You watch. That would be too funny, but easy enough to get off. Oh, nope, not really. Well, maybe that one.
Did it glue it on accidentally?
Yeah, maybe. Hang on. Let's see if I can. There we go. Just a little bit of a pry.
Oh, that's so cool.
So, hang on. I'll show you this in a sec. So, I got to sand the edges on it. Hey, buddy, you want to take the screwdriver and open that tried and true up there for me again? Let's put these back on here so I don't lose them. Here, you, yep. And then put it in there and push down. And then here.
I did the other side.
Perfect. Cool. Kevin, that would be awesome, man. Bad Dragon. So I switched it up for these to oil. So it's tried and true finish, which is linseed oil and beeswax. And it really, like, it really does make a really nice finish. So that's what I'm putting on these ones. Now this piece had a little bit of a tearaway to it already, but that's no big deal.
You know what, Daddy?
So
Let's bump it up $1,000. I'll pay $10,000. I'll pay $10 million for that ring.
you're gonna pay me $10 million? My son's gonna pay me $10 million for this ring. If he's got $10 million, I got to find out why you've been holding out on me.
Here, make a deposit.
Oh yeah?
Give me the ring first, and then I'll pay it.
And then you'll run.
Then I'll pay you later.
All right, guys, I'm gonna lift you up a little bit. I'm gonna show you this, and then I'll probably top out. So this was here. Let me clear that. This was attempt number 3, and so there it is. There, it's perfect size for my finger. It's still a little bit too thick. It's about 1/8 of an inch thick. So I want to get them even thinner. But look at the, if you can see it. Let's see if I can redo the light here. But look at the brass inlay on this thing. That actually, it turned out really, really nice. Thanks, Mike. Was that Bad Dragon? The holder on the lathe, the aluminum pieces, this here? What about it? You said, oh, you mean oil and wax them? You mean these things here? Like on the these pieces? That's actually a really good idea. Maybe what I'll do is I'll coat them in paste wax. That's what I do on my my table saw and everything too. So maybe I'll put some paste wax on them, and yeah, that'll work.
Can I say the outro line?
What?
Can I say the outro line?
What outro line? I'm not there yet. All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to smack the like button and subscribe to the channel too. I'm gonna do more lives with these things coming up, including I got a thin rip jig for the table saw, and I'm gonna be aiming to rip down pieces that are about 1/16 of an inch thick, and then I'm gonna be laminating them together so that way I can actually do like segmented pattern rings with different woods, maple, walnut, cherry, all kinds of different ones. So thanks very much for tuning into this live, guys. It's been awesome, and I'm pretty bloody impressed with this and the jig and everything. So till next time, I'll see you guys back on here. I think we got a live going on 77 Rockets channel probably on Saturday. So if we do, make sure you swing by and check that out too. And yeah, my son wants to say a line. Hang on a sec.
See you later.
Got it. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, hang on. Okay. Found it. Awesome. All right. See you, everyone.